All right, so we want to put in a base molding and a crown molding. The base obviously goes at the base of the floor and the wall, the intersection. And the crown is something that is a nice feature for the ceiling to wall transition. So the first thing we need to do is load some of the profiles. So insert, and we go to load Autodesk family. And we're looking for profiles. So we come down to profiles. And then our base molding, this looks pretty good. So we'll load that. And let's get a crown molding. Come down a little, there's some crown molding. So that's how the transition from, let's use, so, all right. So we have those two profiles loaded into the plan. And now all we want to do is uh, draw the path. So architecture component is a model in place. So we did the drop down. I still call it casework. And we're going to do a sweep. Well, the first things Revit wants to know is the path. So that sweep is going to follow along the base of the wall and the floor where they intersect. And this bookcase goes all the way down to the floor. So we're going to wrap the base around that bookshelf, bookcase as well. And then it stops at the casing around the door. So we say, okay, we're happy with our path. Now we have to pick the profile. So let's come over here. We've said the base. I'll pick that. Notice that it put the base in there. We can see it. That was the first line I drew. So the base goes in there. We'll say okay. And we'll say okay. And then let's go look at the section that goes through there just to see what we did. Here's our base. Our base goes down to the subfloor. This is the carpeting. So really the carpeting would stop at the base, but to be that particular. Let's see, what did we do in 3D? All right, there it is. It's the wrong material. So let's change it. Edit in place, click on it. What's the material? I'm pretty sure I can write the word cherry, but if I don't spell it exactly right, Revit won't get it right. So you can see how a lot of these, one wood countertop, I don't know if you spell it right or not, but I could probably type in cherry and it would be okay. But I don't know for sure how it's spelled, so I just make sure to go to the library. All right, so now you can see the base molding is in there. Let's put the crown molding in there now. So we go back to the first floor and well, let's go to ceiling. Let's see what happens if we go to the ceiling plan. First floor ceiling plan. Doesn't help us any, does it? So we'll go back to the architecture, drop down at the component, model in place. We're still doing casework, and I let it default to that. We're going to do a sweep. We're going to sketch the path, which now the uh, crown molding at the ceiling will go past where the door casing was, because the casing doesn't go all the way up to the ceiling. we're seeing the profile, we're seeing the plan view of the base molding detail there. Now, I think this goes all the way up to the ceiling. So that would mean that we should wrap our crown molding around the bookshelf at the top too. I might be wrong about that, but that's all right. It's just digital ink. We can fix it real quickly if I'm. And back to the beginning. Now we haven't talked about the elevation of it, but let's get that cherry. Let's try it now. Cherry. And boom. Okay. I think you got it. I think it might be right. And now, uh, we didn't pick the profile yet. So now it's a crown. We're looking for a crown. Okay. What's the vertical offset? I don't know. So I'm going to put it up at 9 feet for now, and we'll look and change it maybe in a second. All right, let's go look at that 3D view. Yeah, there we did. I put it at 9 feet. It needs to go all the way up to the ceiling. So we'll go back to our section, side to side. We can see where it is and where does it need to be. I don't think we can use the align tool here. Let's try it. Oh, what we need to do, edit in place and edit the sweep. There's our insertion point for our crown molding. Right now, I think we said it's 9 feet. We can nudge it up, or we can, and that's what I'll do. I'm going to click this. Now we've selected it, and we can nudge it up with our arrows on our keyboard and get it pretty close. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Take a look at it in 3D. What have we done? And so that's how it looks rendered. So I still want to fix this because I don't particularly like it, but you can see the base, which covers the transition between the wall and the floor. And then you can see the crown molding, which covers the transition between the wall and the ceiling. And I think the library is starting to evolve really well. Now, part of your rubric is looking for you to put some wallpaper or paint a wall. Now you need to show me that you've done that, so a rendering would be a great way to do that. And also to put a sweep in, profile of a base or a crown molding somewhere. So you need to do that too.